Future homeowners, get ready to dive into the world of home buying. Feeling a bit overwhelmed? Don't worry. I'm here to make it all super easy for you in this series dedicated to home buyers, especially if you're eyeing homes in the charming neighborhoods of Oakville and nearby areas. In this episode, we're talking about something everyone wonders about. How much does it really cost to buy a home in Ontario? First, let's talk about down payment. A down payment is the lump sum of money you will have to put towards the total cost of your new home. Your down payment has to be liquid funds you have access to, such as money in your saving accounts, a gift from a family member, or a withdrawal from your first home savings account FHSA, or registered retirement savings plan RRSP. The amount you will need for the down payment depends on the purchase price of the home, which normally is around 5%. And the higher this deposit is, the stronger your offer becomes. In this table, we can see that in order to buy a house that is $500,000 or less, a minimum down payment of 5% of the purchase price is required. If you're looking to buy a house between $500,000 and just below $1 million, then 5% of the first $500,000 of the purchase price and 10% of the portion of the purchase price above $500,000. If you're purchasing a house above $1 million, then minimum of 20% of the purchase price is required. First-time home buyers tend to have a smaller down payment than those who previously owned real estate because they aren't carrying over equity from a previous property. If you own a home and its value increases over time, you can take that equity and use it towards a larger down payment on your new home. Buyers with less than 20% down payment must include an added cost of mortgage loan insurance, also known as mortgage default insurance, to their budget. The deposit. A deposit is paid at the time of signing the purchase agreement on the property. The deposit counts towards your down payment, but is often non-refundable. So if you back out of a firm deal before it closes, you will likely lose that money. In Canada, there is no standard deposit amount. A guideline of around 5% of purchase price is often used, equal to $50,000 on a $1 million purchase home. Typically, there's a room to negotiate, but a deposit of 5% helps show the seller you're serious and could help you secure the deal in a competitive housing market. Keep in mind that the funds should be easily accessible as the money is typically due within 24 hours within signing the real estate agreement. Then there are closing costs. These costs, which include lawyer's fee, land transfer tax, and other administrative fees, vary somewhat based on the property, price, and location, but they typically add up to 1.5% to 4% of the purchase price. If you have saved $50,000 for a down payment, you either have to have additional savings to cover closing costs or deduct those expenses for the down payment itself. You should also set aside money for the cost of home inspections, utility hookups, prepaid fees on the property you're buying. For example, reimbursing the previous owner with the property tax or condo fees they paid in advance, plus any furniture and appliances you will want to purchase right away. When you add it all up, if you expect to have a down payment of 5%, in reality, you will need a minimum of 6.5% of the purchase price to cover these upfront costs. Then you still need to factor in extra funds for emergencies, such as fixing a leaky roof, basement, or having to replace your furnace or AC. Now that you have armed yourself with this knowledge, you're one step closer to making your dream home a reality. Stay tuned for the next episode.